Sai Ram students, welcome to the fourth session of chapter 10, Measuring Time. So children, in the last session we were solving problems at 45, and in that we had started the first sum, that is add the following, and in that first add the following we had completed two addition sums. So today we'll start with the third one. 3 hours 45 minutes plus 1 hour 35 minutes. So what we are going to do? We are going to prepare a table as hours and minutes. So 3 hours 45 minutes. So what we are going to do? 3 we will put in the hours column and 45 we will put in the minutes column. Next is 1 hour 35 minutes. So what we are going to do? We are going to add 1 in the hours column and 35 in the minutes column. Now we are going to do the addition. 5 plus 5 is 10. So 0, 1 carried over. 1 plus 4 is 5 and 5 plus 3 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. So you got 4 hours 80 minutes. Now we have to convert this 80 minutes. So 80 minutes is equal to 1 hour 20 minutes. So how it is 1 hour 20 minutes? So I had told you children, 80 minutes means 80 minus 60, right? So this 60 minutes is your 1 hour, right? So 0 minus 0, 0, 8 minus 6 is 2. So you get 20 minutes, right? So what we are going to do, this 1 hour we are going to add to this 4 hours. So what do you get? 5 hours. And this 20 minutes we will write as it is. So your answer is 5 hours 20 minutes, right? So let's move to the fourth one. 4 hours 15 minutes plus 2 hours 50 minutes. So again we'll prepare a table, hours and minutes, right? So 4 hours 15 minutes. So what we will do? 4 we will write in the hours column and 15 we will write in the minutes column. 2 hours 50 minutes. So again 2 we will write in the hour column and 50 we will write in the minutes column. So we'll now carry out the addition. 5 plus 0 is 5 and 1 plus 5 is 6. 4 plus 2 is 6, right? So you got 6 hours 65 minutes, right? Now you have to convert this 65 minutes. So what you will do? Now your 65 minutes is equal to 1 hour 5 minutes, right? So how this has come? 65 minutes. So 65 minus 60, right? So 60 minutes is your 1 hour. So 65 minus 60 you get 5 and this is your 5 minutes, right? So what you will do? 1 hour plus this 6 hour. You will add it. So how much you get? You will write it here as 7. And this 5 minutes you will write as it is. So your answer is 7 hours and 5 minutes. Right children? So now the second question is subtract the following. So what is the first one? 3 hours 10 minutes minus 2 hours 40 minutes. So again we'll prepare the same table, hours and minutes, right? So 3 hours 10 minutes. So what we have done? In hours column we have written 3 and in the minutes column we have written 10. Now 2 hours 40 minutes. So again in the hours column we have written 2 and in the minutes column we have written 40, right? Now we'll carry out the subtraction. Now children, 10 minus 40, right? So 10 is a smaller number. So children, we cannot subtract 10 from 40. Right? So what we are going to do? We are going to borrow 1 hour, right? From the hour table. So when we are borrowing 1 hour from the hour column, so 3 minus 1 will become 2, right? And 1 hour is equal to how many minutes? 60 minutes. So what we are going to do? 60 plus 10 is equal to 70, right? So now 70 is larger than 40. Now you can carry out the subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0, right? And 7 minus 4 is 3, right? Now 2 minus 2 is 0. So you got how many minutes? 30 minutes. So 30 minutes is your answer, right children? Now second question is 5 hours 20 minutes minus 2 hours 35 minutes. So again we are going to do the same thing. Hour and minute we have prepared the table. Now 5 hours 20 minutes. So in the hours column we will write 5 and in the minutes column we will write 20. Next is 2 hours 35 minutes. Again in the hours column we will write 2 and in the minutes column we will write 35. Right? Now 20 minus 35. You cannot subtract, right? Because 20 is smaller than 35. So what we are going to do? We are going to borrow 1 hour. Right? So when you borrow from the hour column 1 hour, so 5 minus 1 will become 4. Right? Now 1 hour is equal to how many minutes? 60 minutes. So what we will do? We will write 60 plus 20 is equal to 80. Right? Now 80 minus 35 you can subtract. Right? So now 0 minus 5. Again you cannot subtract 0 from 5. So what you are going to do? You are going to borrow 1 from 8. So here it will become 7 and in place of 0 it will become 10. So what is 10 minus 5? 10 minus 5 is 5. And what is 7 minus 3? 7 minus 3 is 4. And 4 minus 2 is how much? 2. So you got the answer as 2 hours 45 minutes. Right? So let's take the third one. 4 hours 25 minutes minus 1 hour 55 minutes. So again I have prepared the table as hour and minute. So 4 hours 25 minutes. So what I have done? I have written 4 in the hours column and 25 in the minutes column. Then 1 hour 55 minutes. Again I have written 1 in the hours column and 55 I have written in the minutes column. So now we'll carry out the subtraction. Now again 25 minus 55. 25 is a smaller number. So you cannot subtract 25 from 55. So what we are going to do? We are going to borrow 1 hour. Right? So when you borrow 1 hour, so 4 minus 1 will become 3. Right? Now 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 60 plus 25. So 60 plus 25 becomes 85. Right? Now you can do the subtraction. 85 minus 55. So 5 minus 5 is 0. And 8 minus 5 is 3. Right? Now 3 minus 1 is 2. So you get the answer as 2 hours 30 minutes. Right? So let's move to the fourth one. 6 hours 15 minutes minus 2 hour 45 minutes. Again we'll prepare the table as hours and minutes. Right? Now 6 hours 15 minutes. So in the hours column I will write 6 and in the minutes column I will write 15. 2 hour 45 minutes. So in the hours column I will write 2 and in the minutes column I will write it as 45. Right? Now let's carry out the subtraction. 15 minus 45 you cannot subtract. So what you are going to do? You are going to borrow 1 hour from 6. So 6 minus 1 will become 5. And 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 60 plus 15. So 60 plus 15 becomes how much? 75. Right? Now you can carry out subtraction. 5 minus 5 is 0. And 7 minus 4 is 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. So you got the answer as 3 hours and 30 minutes. Right, children? So I hope students you have understood the subtraction problem. Now third one is a government office opens at 7 in the morning and closes at 3 in the afternoon. How long is this office open? Right? So what is given? The government office. It opens at 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning means 7 a.m. and closes at 3 in the afternoon. Afternoon means 3 p.m. So we have to find out how long this office is open. Right? So what we are going to do? We are going to write according to the, because one is given as morning and one is given as afternoon. So to make it similar, what we are going to do? We are going to convert it into the 24-hour clock. Right? So according to the 24-hour clock, 7 in the morning becomes 7. Right? And 3 in the afternoon becomes 15. Right? 3. So 12 plus 3 becomes 15. Right, children? So now we can find out how long the office is open, right? So again we'll prepare the table hours and minutes, right? Now 15 is greater number than 7. So first 15 will come, right? Minutes will be 0, 0. Next is 7, right? So minus 7. So now we can carry out the subtraction. This will be 0, this will be 0. Now 15 minus 7. 5 minus 7 you cannot subtract. So you are going to borrow 1 from the number 1. So in place of 1 it will become 0, and in place of 5 it will become 15. So 15 minus 7 is how much, children? 8, right? So you got the answer as 8, right? So you will write the office is open for 8 hours, right? The office is open for 8 hours, right children? Now let's move to the fourth one. A movie starts at 45 minutes past 3 in the afternoon and finishes 2.5 hours later. At what time does the movie end? So what is being given? There is a movie which starts at 45 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. So 45 minutes past 3 means, children, 3:45 p.m. because it is afternoon, right? Past 3 means 3 and 45 minutes means 3:45 p.m. right? And finishes 2.5 hours later. So 3:45 plus 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours means 2 hours 30 minutes. So we are going to add both of them so that you will get the answer what time the movie ends, right? So what will you write? 45 minutes past 3 in the afternoon means it is 3:45 p.m. right? Then 2.5 hours means 2 hours 30 minutes, right? So again what we are going to do, prepare the table as hours and minutes, then 3 hours 45 minutes, sorry 3:45 p.m. So you are going to write it in hours column as 3 and minutes column as 45. 2.5 hours, that is 2:30. Again 2 you will write in hours and 30 you will write it in minutes. So let's carry out the addition. 5 plus 0 is 5 and 4 plus 3 is 7. 3 plus 2 is 5. So you got 5 hours 75 minutes. Now 75 minutes is equal to how much? 1 hour 15 minutes, right? So as I told you, 75 minus 60, right? So your 60 minutes is your 1 hour. 5 minus 0 is 5 and 7 minus 6 is 1. So what you are going to do? 1 hour plus 5 hour, it becomes how much? 6 hours. And this 15 minutes you will write as it is, right? So you got as 6:15, right? So that means what will you write? The movie ended at 6:15 p.m. right children? So let's move to the fifth one. Sakaram was plowing in the field from 8 in the morning, right? From 8 in the morning. At 12:30 in the afternoon, he stopped and started for home. He reached home at 1:30. How long was he plowing the field? How long did it take him to reach home from the field, right? So what is being done? Sakaram, he was plowing the field. At what time in the morning? 8 o'clock. And then 12:30 in the afternoon, he stopped it and he went home, right? And by the time he reached home, it was almost 1:30. So we have to find out two answers for how much time he was plowing the field and how much time did it take for him to reach from home to field, right? So first what we will do, according to the 24-hour clock, 8 in the morning means 8, right? And 12:30 in the afternoon means it will be remaining as 12:30, right? So again hours and minutes. So what we have done, 12 we have written in hours and 30 in minutes. Then 8. So 8 we have written in hours and 00 in minutes, right? So now we are going to do the subtraction. So 0 minus 0 is 0 and 3 minus 0 is 3. 12 minus 8 is 4, right? So you got how much? 4 hours 30 minutes, right? So now what we will do? We will write Sakaram was plowing the field for 4 hours 30 minutes. So one part of the problem we have done. Now the second part is, according to the 24-hour clock, 12:30 in the afternoon is 12:30, right? And 1:30 is 13:30. That is 1:30 means 12 plus 1 becomes 13. So 13:30. So 12:30 to 1:30 it becomes how much? 1 hour, right? So again what we have done? 13:30 minus 12:30. So 0 minus 0 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. 3 minus 2 is 1 and 1 minus 1 is 0. So 1 hour, right? So you will write it took 1 hour for Sakaram to reach home from the field. Right, children? So I hope students you have understood till this much. So children, we'll stop here only. The next remaining word problems we'll do in the next session. Till then, goodbye.